Are you super successful in your life, but you still feel somewhat unfulfilled? Let's discuss why that is. I want you to imagine a pyramid and let's build that pyramid up piece by piece. So we're going to start with the bottom of the pyramid and we're going to talk about 4 areas that you'll be more than familiar with because you'll live them every single day of your life. And that is your health, your wealth, your relationships, and your career. So you'll be more than familiar with these 4 areas and you very much are intertwined by each of those. Now, above this, I want you to see the kingdom. And the kingdom is very much where we take these 4 areas of your life and we bring them in like they're realms. They become part of us. They become intertwined with us. And the kingdom is very much the foundation of you. And we're going to come back to that in a moment. But it's very much the life that you're living and how you're living it. And then I want you to see the top of the pyramid. And at the top of the pyramid, there is a throne. And that throne is where the authentic king or queen is supposed to sit. That is the version of you that very much owns your entire life and is living in what I like to call harmony. Now, I talked about a missing piece because at the bottom, I talked about these realms that start to create our kingdom, and we very much become intertwined and we live it every single day. But you may be thinking, well, how can I have a throne at the top where I, as the king or queen, sit, have a missing piece, which we're going to talk about in a minute, but also how can I feel unfulfilled if I'm this king or queen that sits on the throne? And it's this missing piece in the middle that becomes really important. And this missing piece in the middle is the self. This is who we are inside. It holds who we want to be. It holds where our fears are, what we believe about ourselves, whether we feel good enough or worthy enough, or whether we feel like a failure or not worthy. And what that self does is it very much dictates how we strive to work through the realms within the kingdom, and also whether we get to sit on the throne as a king or a queen, or whether we get actually stuck in a younger version of ourselves, a version I like to call the prince or the princess. So the self is so integral to our entire being, because if we don't have what I like to call a happy ecosystem that is harmonious within the self, then these realms that are part of our kingdom become completely out of harmony, or some people like to call it out of balance. And we notice that one area may be really successful, but another area is not. It may be why sometimes you feel like you're really successful in your career, but you're struggling to hold the pieces together within your family life. Or it might be why you feel you're really successful in your career. You've got the house, you've got the holidays, the designer clothes, you've got the beautiful family, but somewhere inside, you still feel like there's a piece missing. It's why you can have the career, you can have the family, but you feel completely out of sync and almost a prisoner. When one realm is out of sync, if the self is not harmonious, that one realm can cause complete chaos. So for us to be able to sit on the throne and for us to be able to create a harmonious life, what do we need to do? Well, we need to connect with the self. We need to find out what it is we truly think about ourselves, what those fears are that we hold within ourselves, and how we actually operate as a person so that we can become authentic. Because when we become an authentic person, we strive through challenges differently. We look for meaning in life and fulfillment in life differently, instead of some of the external things that you may be looking at right now. For some people, the status of their career has been how they measure themselves as a person. For some people, it's the material things, the holidays, the home, the friendships that they create, the colleagues that they have, that allow them to measure themselves as a worthy person, as a deserved person, as a loved person. And this is where we start to go wrong, because it all begins with the self. And when we look at ourselves and we look at what it is we need as a human being, what it is we need not to just survive, because so many professional, successful people, they live in survival mode and they think that fulfilled mode is actually these material things, these external things that are underneath the kingdom that start to create the realms that make us fulfilled. But actually, they're a byproduct, because we need to create the authentic self. We need to be connected with that self. We need to know that we are capable, that we are worthy, that we're important, that we're deserved, and love ourselves, so that not only can we sit on our throne as the king or queen and leave our prince or princess archetypes behind, but so that we can create harmony throughout the realms and the kingdom. So it's about creating strong foundations. But when the self is not secure, when insecurities lie deep, and they lie deep for all of us, that is when the problems start to show in the outer world. It's when all of these external things that you've been looking for fulfillment in stop working, because we need to look within. So remember, to be the king or queen, to be the authentic king or queen, we need to own ourselves. We need to know we're capable, we are worthy, we're important. And to do that, we need to look deep within to let go of the insecurities that lie deep. And what that means is we create strong foundations within the kingdom, and that each realm become harmonious. Now, that does not mean that there will never be challenges or struggle, but it means you will operate very, very differently throughout those challenges. Because everything that we think on the inside shows on the outside. So create strong foundations within the self and the inner kingdom. Create strong foundations out with, and you get to stay on your throne. So if you're on a journey of fulfillment and you want to create more harmony in your life and move from chaos to calm, don't forget to hit like and hit the subscribe button. Enjoy the day you create.